So I thought I'd just do a quick video replying to the last one, just basically going over what I've been tweeting about. So if you follow any of my videos, you know this white line is just basically 1200 institutional level combined with some order analysis, some volume analysis over here that got us to this 1218 level. And what's happened at the moment is the markets have obviously quote unquote crashed. They haven't actually crashed. Everything up here, you know, from right from the start of COVID up to here is unfilled orders, you know, hyper aggressive, not normal orders. So what's happened here is the markets have just been fucking pumped since COVID. So US 30 as well, which goes on an absolute fucking tear. We have this COVID fake out, which is everyone that's in a pension fund or any sort of normal fund. You know, all the people that aren't these institutional traders that don't have the knowledge that a massive bank would have. All of their stop losses get hit once COVID hits. So COVID hits and everyone's like, oh, we're all fucked, and the economy just dies. US 30 just dies. Comes down, releases all of these stop losses, so all these people lose a shit ton of money. On the panic selling, they then buy, and what this allowed them to do is just pump the fucking markets to a crazy degree. So what's happened through COVID is everything's been shut down. The economy is still booming while it's shut down because you have so many online purchases and new ways to spend money, and so much money was spent during that time, and especially in the markets and invested in the markets. The markets just fucking popped off. So even though everyone's shut down and like should be doing shit, markets are just absolutely tearing, and that gets everyone really excited and euphoric. And this is what was done to basically get all of your money, all of the shit ton, basically make you. It allows COVID allowed a lot of people to make a shit ton of money and lose a shit ton of money. And I'm sure a lot of you, some of you would have stuck around, would have turned that money into stables. A lot of you would have made that money and like sitting here and you're now fucked. It's just how it goes, unfortunately. That's what COVID was. Just a massive, like worldwide pump and dump. It's actually quite funny. But a lot of people you know have been calling out these levels, filling these orders for a long time. So anyway, the fucking governments pump the markets, everything goes up, and then we come back down to filling these orders. And this 1218 level is a level we were looking at as a important level to look for reversals from, and we have bottomed out around that level. Still, there's a possibility going down to 800. To have this inefficiency not filled in, this is a true inefficiency here. I won't explain what that is, but to have this not filled in would be very surprising. Just because it's right fucking there, and we like tapped it, and it's going to really piss me off if we don't fill it in, because it'd just be really beautiful if we did. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's very likely we are going to come down and fill that in. We'll have to see how the markets react. But what you're caring about right now, that's obviously macro stuff, is the short-term pump that's just happened. So ETH has obviously announced its merge, going to proof of stake, blah blah blah, all this shit. So it's a very good announcement for ETH and very good announcement for the crypto market, because everyone's been waiting for ETH 2.0 for such a long time. It's like we were all waiting for Coinbase NFT. Coinbase NFT flopped, but it's that same sort of thing. Big news event. Let's get the markets pumping again. And what that's allowed us to do, we've sat at this 1200 level for a very long time. I mean, this is a multitude of weeks we've sat here and collected orders, and it's allowed us to move away. So what's happening here is these people have bought up quite a lot of ETH at these levels, and they want to buy more. And the issue is if they keep buying more, they're going to push the markets up. So what's going to happen now? We're going to push up to a previous level of orders. So this is a lot of sell orders around this level. I don't believe we'll go this high because I don't see us hitting 2k again, just because of the selling pressure. But this sort of level could definitely have a lot of selling pressure. There are some beautiful orders up here. So this magic line is sort of around about, it's the middle of this range that I mapped out. It's also 1800, and it also correlates to a fixed range. So it's just a great bit of confluence, and often you see that triple confluence, that institutional number, so 1800, 1500, 1200, 1000, those 0258 numbers, 02580 again. Those numbers tend to have really good reactions, and you combine that with some order flow analysis, your order blocks and general order accumulation and distributions like Wyckoff stuff, and then you combine that with just straight up volume analysis, your fixed range volume, your volume indicator down here. You can usually get some really nice reactions. So that's what this line is. But essentially this pump is just the Ethereum 2.0 news. If you're buying now, you're buying on the Ethereum 2.0 news. And if you look, we've already moved up 50% odd, which is fucking massive. Jesus Christ, I can't be right. Fucking hell. 60% move to the upside. If you're buying off a news event at a 60% move to the upside, quite foolish. I don't believe the buying's done. They're going to squeeze a little bit more money out of the markets. This again is just like this 1200 was a low target. This is a very high target. We could top out here, but if you look at the last time we had a crash and we moved up, we had this move up, a little bit of a basing period, and then we had another move up after it. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do get a nice little another leg up, which would bring us into this zone and just create fucking incredible shorts. And if we were to break above this and hit this zone, the amount of euphoria would be ridiculous, and it would just allow so much selling pressure to accrue. And once we have that euphoria and crash back down to these levels again, the amount of selling pressure that will occur there will be fucking massive, and that's what could take us down to sort of that 800 region, fill these orders and allow the people that really run the markets to get their orders in. Because the people that run the markets, they're buying at this line or below. They understand how the markets work. There's not really a reason to buy an overvalued token. All of this market pump and dump that happened worldwide, this is all overvalued. The real value of Ethereum is pre-COVID levels, $400, $500. In that time, technology has developed, so obviously the value is more now and the value is recognized more. In the macro term, obviously $1,000 Ethereum is not is not correctly valued. I'm not saying that, it's very undervalued. But in the short term, with how the world looks at cryptocurrencies at the moment, a $5,000 Ethereum in fucking 2021 is just ridiculous. Everyone should have realised that. And a lot of people did realise that, but a lot of people didn't, unfortunately, as well. So this is the explanation of what this line is, what these zones are, and what I expect to happen. We're not done collecting orders at 1200 region. I'll be very surprised if we are. If you look, oh, fucking hell, someone that's watched a lot of my videos, remember back here, we had this sort of triple high lows, and we were saying, look how beautiful this is. It's just perfect liquidity building up. These lows have not been taken. To like the average retail trader, they're like, oh my god, higher lows, like this is fucking amazing. What this actually is just building up liquidity, and we're just going to come down and wipe. This is almost the exact same pattern we saw back up here, where we're saying we're going to wipe out these lows. When was it? Or was it here? It might have been here actually, in January. God, I can't actually remember. But people that have been following my stuff for a while will know we've seen this exact fucking pattern, these triple high lows before. And what the market likes to do is it likes to come down and wipe them out. And what happens then, all the people in buys, obviously their stop losses get hit, releases a load of sales into the market, and it allows the institutions to buy up a shit ton of token. So that's what I'm expecting to happen. A nice little reversal anywhere from these regions up here. It's a horrible thing to use as a marker, but anywhere from these regions up here, and then a movement back down to where we actually accumulate orders. I've got some nice little update on the markets. I haven't done one of these in fucking ages because I've been working on a lot of shite. But yeah, I thought I'd just do that for free. Chuck it on Twitter. If you see this, congratulations. If you don't, unlucky. It'd be like these fuckers that held here again. But yeah, lots of love. Catch you guys in the next one.